Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jamar with my favorite co-host,
I'm James.
and this is J&J Sports, episode 3. We're so happy to have y'all here tuning in. Before we get started, though, I want to say that our official shirts have been dropped. The link will be in our YouTube description box, and it's free shipping, y'all. Free shipping all the way till Monday. So make sure, intense for sure, cause it's like we're still dealing with this situation because it's bigger than the situation basically. So LSU, they beat Iowa 102-85 in Sunday's game in the tournament, the championship tournament. I don't know if you've seen that with Angel Reese, and but all that was overshadowed because her little hand gesture, the Cena or whatever. Um, but they were saying Caitlin Clark, she did it in a different game before, and it's like basically when she did hers, it was like cool, applauded, you know what I mean, and uh, they didn't have any problem. But when Angel Reese did it, which she's black, uh, they were saying certain comments like, "Oh, why would you do that?" Wow. Honestly, I hate the fact that they made it a race thing, cause it's like they do way worse things than this. I mean, they're just playing. I mean,
Could you explain exactly kind of what happened with
it's
the
like a
injury?
Cena, okay, like a Cena, you can't see me or whatever, just mocking and stuff. She was basically mocking her in the last game that she did when she did that, or whatever. And Caitlin Clark, she's a good player. She's a good player. I watched some of her games, but Angel Reese, she showed out. I mean, what? She had 15 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, she showed out, and she did it at the end of the game. The game was already over. They won. You know what I mean? Now, she did kind of follow her a little bit afterwards, like, kind of like, she wasn't in her face, but like, she was kind of like, you know what I mean? So it was a little excessive, but like at the same time, they made it way out of proportion to the a race thing. And that's just what I didn't really like. They said, okay, if uh, Caitlin Clark, she did it, she's white, okay, it's cool. But when Angel Reese did it, it's a problem. And that's the thing. It's like I don't see like what's the big deal about it.
So, Caitlin did it and nobody really batted an eyelash.
No,
Nobody even really talked about
nobody
it.
talked about it. They were like, "Oh, it's cool." It's like the John Cena. You can't see me. And we see way worse things like people do in the games, like especially like Russell Westbrook, for instance. He'll get all in your face. He'll cuss you out. Ooh, wow. They just did a hand. I mean,
Do you think that if it was in the WNBA instead of at the college level, it would be received differently?
um, yeah. I mean, they probably would. It probably wouldn't have been as excessive. I don't know why, because I mean, this is college kids, like us. It's like they're, you know what I mean? Like they weren't pushing each other. They weren't being violent. They just, and I mean, the score showed it 102-85. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? Uh, but LSU, they did their thing. Um, Andrew Reese, she did. A couple other players did their thing. But she, in her latest post game, she said she didn't have no issues with Caitlin Clark or anything like that. It was just, like I said, it's part of the game. Like she said, you know what I mean? So.
I know Angela Reese, she definitely has a strong future in the WNBA.
Yeah, no, yeah,
She's
definitely.
only 20 years old, and she's got actually a decent amount of name and image likeness deals right now. She signed with the supermarket Giant Food, Outback Steakhouse, Wingstop, Amazon, and Xfinity.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
she's got a lot going on even before she gets to the
Before
pros.
to the yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I just hate the fact that everybody making this a race thing when it's just part of the game. Like that's what happens in sports. But when you go to a racial, that's when things get serious, and it's like it don't have to be. You know what I mean? Like that's just my opinion on it. It shouldn't have to be that way because it's not a race situation. Like I said, it could have been a black girl doing it, and then Angel Reese doing like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Or somebody Chinese, white. It's silly. You know what I mean? Like,
Now, I saw here, did you see that Jill Biden, the First Lady of the United States, said that she also wanted to invite the losing team to she wanted to invite Iowa to the White House as well. And saying just they played such a great game that she thought that they also deserved an invitation. And now in the shade room, Reese actually posted, "We are not coming if you're going to also invite the losing team." And it's like, I think I kind of agree with what Reese is saying there, because you don't invite the losing team of the Super Bowl or
definitely not.
like the NBA Finals, and you don't see anything like
They're
that.
not the Chiefs beating the Eagles. You're not inviting even though they were neck and neck. You're not gonna do that.
Just because it was a good game.
They don't. The winning team, they won. The losing team, that's just how it is. They shouldn't get credit for losing. That's not how sports is.
LSU still has yet to visit the White House, and actually the White House press secretary walked back their comments saying that they just want LSU to visit now and that they're looking forward to the visit.
Oh, okay. Well, that it's only right. They won. They earned it fair and square. They had a good season. And like I said, Andrew Reese, she did her thing, though. 15 points. Yeah.
Reese started at Maryland and then transferred to LSU. And I know she's nicknamed the Bayou Barbie. And that's got to be from her time spent at LSU. I don't know if they have Bayous in Maryland. Probably not.
No, a lot of them players came from Maryland. I don't know what Maryland got, but they got something.
So a lot of people transferred from Maryland over to LSU.
LSU and like different teams. It was another player from Maryland too. I forgot her name.
So it was like they kind of kept the team together almost.
Basically. You know what I mean? Because they transferred there. LSU team, they looking pretty good. Iowa was pretty good too. Kaylin Clark, she's a good player. I like the fact that she also mentioned like, hey, it's no beef between me and her. It's part of the game.
She's not upset.
And so from that point on, everybody should just like, okay, look, it's not a race thing. Just let it go. You know what I mean? But
it's just two competitors out there on the court,
right,
having a good time and just balling out pretty much.
Regular game, you know what I mean? But next up we got